Hi and welcome to another video by Sysadmin Tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at upgrading our checkpoint firewall cluster, which is running secure platform R75.40 up to the newest Gaia OS and R76. So on the screen here we have our checkpoint rule base. As you can see here we have our cluster, 2 gateways and our management server. I just have a couple of rules here to simulate what it would be like in production. So what I'm going to be doing is closing down Smart Dashboard, as you don't want to have any checkpoint applications open during the upgrade phase. And here's the web interface for our management server. Now I've already backed up my management server and our 2 gateways by using the backup method here. And if you're running an appliance, you'll also have an image option here where you can create a full-blown image of the entire operating system and checkpoint software. So if you have that option, I would do the backup and the image, and make sure that you get the backup and the image off the appliance and onto a Windows XP workstation or somewhere where you can access it later on if you need to. So first up for this upgrade, we're going to be upgrading our management server. So I'm just going to go into Device and Upgrade tab, and what I'm going to do is push my upgrade image to the management station, and then once it's uploaded we're going to be doing the installation. So I'm going to click on Browse, and I'll just go down to my ISO file. Okay, because we're going from secure platform to Gaia, this is the image that I want to use. This is the image that's going to do that for me. So I'm just going to select it and click on Open. And then I'm going to upload the package to the device. So now I'm going to click on Upload Package to Device. It's going to send the package up to the management server. The package is quite large. It's around 1.5 gig in size. So I'll click Upload, and what I might do is just skip through a little bit so you don't have to wait and watch the entire upload. And we'll be back. Okay, now that the upgrade package has been uploaded successfully, we can see here that it's completed. What we're going to do is we'll click this Save a Snapshot of the current system before the upgrade, just to be sure. And what we'll do is we will click on Start Upgrade and the process will begin. So again, just to recap, what we're doing here is we're upgrading our management server. So we're upgrading this from secure platform R75.40 up to Gaia OS with R76. So I'm going to click on Start the Upgrade, and what I'll do is I'm going to pause the video again and I will come back once the upgrade has completed. I'll just resume the video quickly just to show you the upgrade status. As you can see, it's decompressed the image, it's extracted, and now it's just taking the snapshot as we selected here, Save a Snapshot of the current system. So we'll let it go, and I'll pause the video again and come back shortly. And just wanted to resume the video again. You could see here that the status is now currently upgrading. So we'll come back shortly. So Gaia has just finished updating, and now the system's rebooting. So as you can see here, the status bar is loading up the system. This is for the management server. And that's logged in now. If I log into the CLI and I type in FW version, you can see here that it's R76. And what we need to do now is go back to my Windows XP machine and re-download the management tools for R76. So what I'm going to do is just log into the web UI and just show you that the OS has been updated to Gaia. So you can see here Gaia portal. I'm going to just log in. And as you can see here, this is the Gaia operating system. So what I'm going to do now is just download the management tools, and I'm going to install that. It's really simple, so I'm just going to pause the video while I do that, and I'll resume it once that has completed. Alright, I've just installed the Checkpoint R76 management tools, and I'm just about to log into our management station. So here I'll just put my username, my password, and the IP address of the management station. I'll click login. I'll approve the fingerprint. I'm just running a trial version here on my checkpoint firewalls, so I've only got 15 days. So I'll actually click don't show this again. I'll click OK. And so now we've logged into our R76 management station. So just a reminder, the two gateways that are running in the cluster called CP cluster over here are actually R75.40. So you can have a management station which is running a later version of the checkpoint software managing older gateways up to specific versions. So if you are going to be in this situation, then just double check on your user guide and upgrade guide and just make sure that you've got compatibility there. So I've already checked that. I know the R75.40 is compatible for the gateways. So pretty much that's about it for the management station. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to upgrading our gateways. So what I've got in here, I've got our PuTTY client, and I'm just going to connect to one of the gateways. And I'm just going to see which one is actually active at the moment. Okay, so I'm on CP gateway number 1, and number 1 has an IP address of 192.168.10.1, and as you can see, it is the active one, and local meaning that I'm actually logged into this local firewall at the moment. Right, so now I'm going to log into my web interface of the checkpoint gateway number 1. I'll log in my admin username and password. So as you can see here, version and build is R75.40, security gateways installation. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into device, click upgrade. And what we're going to do is upload our package, which is the checkpoint upgrade web UI and smart upgrade R76. So we'll click open. And we'll click upload package to device. Say yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this on the second gateway as well, only uploading the package to the device, not doing the installation, as we want to do the installation on gateway number 1 first. So I'll just pause the video while I do the same process on the second gateway. Okay, the package has been uploaded successfully now. So what I want to do is I want to fail over my firewall 1, which is currently active, over to firewall number 2. So I'm going to log back into my gateway number 1. So what I'm going to type in is cpha stop, and that will cause the HA service to stop on gateway number 1 and for it to fail over to gateway number 2. So I'll press enter. And if we do the same command again, you'll see that the module is not started. And what we'll do is, just to make sure, we'll go over to firewall number 2. We'll type the same command. And as you can see, the firewall number 2 here, which is the one I'm logged into, is the current active one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to perform the upgrade on the gateway number 1. So I'll just exit out of these. So I'm going to click on save a snapshot of the current system before the upgrade, and then we'll click on start upgrade. Now if for any reason the upgrade fails, usually it does auto revert back to the original condition. But again, make sure you have your backups and your images done before proceeding with the step. And also make sure that you have the save a snapshot of the current system selected before upgrading. So I've got all that done. I'm going to click start upgrade, and we'll walk you through the process. So as you can see, it's decompressing the software image at the moment, and now it's taking the snapshot, and now it's going through starting the upgrading process. So the upgrade process is complete now, and the gateway is rebooting itself. So we'll just give it a few minutes to reboot, and what we'll do is we'll log back into the web UI just to show that the operating system is Gaia, and then we'll be moving on to the next step. Okay, I've just flipped over to my gateway. I'm just going to log in and just make sure everything's okay. So as you can see here, it's R76. Okay, I'm going to close this window. And as you can see here, it is a Gaia operating system, R76. And we've successfully upgraded this gateway. So the next step is to go back into our smart dashboard, expand our cluster. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be installing our policy. So up the top here, I'm going to click on Install Policy. I'll expand Advanced. And I'm going to untick this for gateway clusters, install on all members. If it fails, do not install at all. And yes, I'm sure I want to continue. So I'm only doing this because we've got different versions of gateways running at the moment. Gateway number 1 is R76 and gateway number 2 is R75.40. So I'll click OK, and this is going to push the policy to my gateway number 1. And the installation's finished and is partial success, which is the normal outcome for the option that we deselected during the policy install. So I'm going to click Close here. And I'm just going to go to my gateway number 2 now. I've uploaded the image. It's completed successfully. And I'm just going to repeat the same process as I did for my gateway number 1. I'm going to save a snapshot and I'm going to start the upgrade process. So what I'll do is I'm going to pause the video here, let my gateway number 2 upgrade, and then we'll come back once it's upgraded to R76 and running Gaia. Okay, we're just going to flick over to the gateway number 2. And it's just rebooted itself, so I'm going to log in. And here we are. I'm just going to type the same command again, FW version. And we can see this is at R76 now. So I'm going to go back to my Windows XP machine. I can close this off. Let me just log in to the web interface. And as you can see, I'm at Gaia. I'm on gateway number 2. So now both of our gateways have been upgraded. Our management station's been upgraded. We're running R76. We're running Gaia operating system. And now what we need to do, which would be pretty much the final stage, is we need to push the policy over to gateway number 2. Okay, so pretty much the final steps. What we're going to do is we're going to edit the cluster object here. And we're going to change our version to R76. And our operating system will be Gaia. And we'll click OK here. And now what we'll do is we'll install the policy. And we'll leave this option ticked this time for gateway clusters install on all the members. If it fails, do not install at all. And we'll click OK. We'll begin the policy installation. It'll actually going to push to both gateways, but pretty much we want to get it onto gateway number 2. So we'll click OK. And our installation is complete. We've got the green tick, so I'm going to click Close. And I just want to show you, if I go into my policy, you can see here that I've still got the same rules as we started with in the beginning of the video. So it looks like everything's good. Our upgrade has been successful. And that concludes this video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got some useful information from it. Even if not, just having a look at the R76 dashboard. Looks like they've done quite a lot of improvements. Looks quite nice actually. So yeah, have a play around, and we'll see you in our next video.